Hello dancers, this is Coach Gabriel Shaw, kinesiologist, exercise physiologist, and performance specialist at movespace.com. Thank you so much to Miles and Tessa for having me, and I'm excited to share with you some quick tips for improving your neck and shoulder posture for dancing. Now, many of you asked about how to deal with neck pain or shoulder pain or weakness or posture after our workshops that we had during the dancer development training. So we want to give you this quick video that you can start using immediately to start to see some improvements. However, this topic also has to do with pitch. So if you're experiencing weakness in your shoulders or difficulty in your neck muscles, I would first take a look at pitch, and then usually the next thing I would look at is rib cage and thoracic mobility. While we wanted to give you this quick video to address some of your immediate concerns, know that in the future we may be doing other videos about correcting pitch or upper back thoracic mobility. So how to use this video is you're going to take these 5 exercises. You're going to do each one of these exercises for 45 seconds to a minute each. Okay, that's 5 minutes of exercise you're going to tack on to your regular dancing practice schedule. So if you're doing 15 minutes of your rhythmic agility sentences or ladder progressions, just add on another 5 minutes of exercise on either end of that. Do that 3 to 5 days a week. In terms of how many repetitions to do, don't worry about that so much. The most important thing is that you're doing the exercises for a certain amount of time than it is necessarily how many exercises you're doing. So 45 seconds to a minute each exercise, 3 to 5 days a week, okay? That's 5 minutes. How you're going to use this video is you're going to watch this entire video through once. You're going to watch me do all the exercises and learn all the details about all the exercises. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use your phone and you're going to take a picture of the list of 5 exercises and go ahead and just look at your phone, run through the 5 exercises. You can come back to this video anytime if you need a reference, but watch it through one time first before you start, so that way you have all the details. After that, you should just need the list of exercises. The first thing that we're going to do before we start to do too much exercise is just do a little bit of warm up. So these stretches that you can do anytime, these are a little bit different than the 5 exercises we're going to do this month, but it's still a great way to warm up and stretch your neck, for example, by going side to side, letting my head fall side to side, stretching either side of my neck. And then the other thing I might do is just keep my shoulders still and do a head turn. Now I'm feeling a little elastic pull from a little bit of the front side of my neck. I can even do the same thing in a roll of my neck up. And see how I'm turning to look to the side. Or what I can also do is I can do a roll ear to shoulder and then just look up a little bit. That look up is going to really give the side of my neck stretch. Some things that I would avoid doing while you're stretching and warming up your neck is pulling. And you're going to see when we do this next exercise, we're going to do a chin tuck. We don't really want to be pulling on our head and neck, okay? So our neck is a very small pathway for a lot of nerves, so it doesn't really make sense to be pulling on it or pushing on it in any direction. You really shouldn't need to if you're doing stretches correctly. So I would just avoid any kind of pulling on your neck when you're stretching, and I'd also avoid too much extension through the neck, especially moving around. So notice when I'm doing these circles, I'm doing them in front, and I'm not going all the way around, which you'll see sometimes. You should be able to just feel in your own neck how much compression this puts on your upper neck muscles. Okay, so having that said, that's a quick warm-up for you. In stretching, just going side to side, doing a little bit of circles from side to side, turning side to side, and then turning with the head roll as well. Now we're going to jump in, okay? We're going to jump into the 5 exercises that I want you doing 3 to 5 days a week over the course of this month, and just let me know how your back and your neck and your posture feels after this month. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a chin tuck. So this chin tuck position is really important for us to get us out of this forward head position from too much computer screening and get us back into this head and chest upright position. And so for that, we're going to use a wall. We talked about exercising our pitch being key to posture, so I'm going to actually incorporate a little bit of pitch when I'm against the wall by letting my feet come out in front of me. I might have even a little bit of turnout, and I'm going to use my core and my back muscles to keep my back neutral against the wall. Okay, so now I'm already working a little bit of pitch, a little bit of posture, and then what I'm going to do with my chin tucks, I'm just going to take my chin in and then relax. Notice the timing how I'm doing it. Okay, I might breathe in, relax, breathe out, push, breathe in, relax, breathe out, push. Or in general, just holding back for about a second or 2 seconds, and then just relaxing wherever you naturally go, pushing in for a second, 2 seconds, relaxing wherever you go. Okay. Some things that you might do to help you do this exercise or feel what you're doing a little bit more is you might put your fingers on the back of your neck, and then as you're pushing back, push your neck into your fingers so you can feel this part of your neck stretching a little bit, and you should be able to feel this front of your neck strengthening a little bit, okay? The other thing that you might do is you might put your fingertips on the back of your head, and you might feel this back of your head going up slightly as you go chin back. So as my chin goes back, my head goes up slightly. And again, I'm not pulling it away from the wall. I'm just feeling the back of my cranium go up slightly. Once you get the feeling, you don't necessarily have to do it with your arms. You can just relax your arms. You might even take your shoulders back into the wall, really working that posture, and then go chin tuck, relax, chin tuck, relax. Okay, so that's the first exercise, your chin tuck. Second exercise, we're going to give a little bit of mobility through here and a little bit of activation of our shoulder stabilizer muscles with our W and Y on the wall. Again, I'm going to keep my hinge, a little bit of turnout, using my core to keep my back up against the wall. This might already be a lot of work for some of you, which is okay. Getting that core work, might do a slight chin tuck here to feel like the back of my head is pulling straight out, and then I'm going to try to touch my elbows and my wrists against the wall. Okay, notice I can't get perfectly back, but I'm trying to do my best to keep my spine against the wall and my shoulder and my elbows and my wrists. And then I'm going to go up and make a Y, down and make a W, trying to keep my spine, my shoulders, my elbows, and my wrists against the wall the whole time. Nice, slow, just like this. You can see my shoulders are a little bit going up and down. That's totally okay. That's going to happen when we come out. Anytime we reach up overhead, you're going to feel your shoulders going up. What we want to feel is that it's not shrugging, but just an external rotation. You should feel your shoulder blades rolling slightly like this, and that's how I'm keeping my neck nice and long and not crunching and shrugging. Okay, so you're going to feel the shoulder blades come up a little bit on the back, and that's totally okay. Not a lot of tension going through here. Okay, nice and slow with those. So that's your second exercise, is your W and Y on the wall. Third exercise is going to be a balancing exercise to balance out these two muscles, either in terms of strength and mobility side to side, or also strength and weakness from our upper fibers and our lower fibers. So often when we're like this, these upper fibers get compressed and these lower fibers get stretched. So we're going to try to balance those out by doing our same posture against the wall. This time I'm going to externally rotate my arms, try to let the shoulder blades go flat against the wall. This may already be some work, and that's okay. And then I'm going to shrug one side and then reach down with that side. Notice as I reach down, I'm reaching down toward the corner of the floor. That's giving me a little bit of a stretch to right here. Feels really good. And I'm going to do the other side. You might breathe in, breathe out, relax. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. This one is okay to shrug because we are working the strength in these muscles, which is good because these muscles are part of the muscles that move and control our shoulder. So we do want them to be strong. Sometimes we get pain in our neck because these muscles are weak. So if that's you, this is going to strengthen it. If it's tense, you should feel a little bit of stretch, especially if you're keeping your chin tucked and your shoulder blades flat against the wall. So again, I'm just going up on one side, down on that side, up on one side, down on the other. Every time I go down, I'm slightly reaching towards the floor, just to get a little bit of stretch, okay? Again, nice and slow with that one, 45 seconds to a minute. These next two exercises are gonna be a little more recovery. The first three were a little bit more for muscle building. These next two are a little bit more recovery and easing our neck and our shoulders. And both these exercises are from the Franklin method, which is really especially built for dancers and really helps us get into our bodies to help it function a little bit better. The first one I'm going to do is loosen my arm with a swing. At the same time, I'm going to pull and give myself a little bit of massage in my upper trap. I'm not pulling up my arm like this. I'm just squeezing with this arm. I'm going to squeeze and relax. Squeeze, relax. You should feel that really loosens up. You can compare side to side. I almost feel like the side of my neck is a little bit longer. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, just grab it through right here. I'm not really shrugging. It might look like I am, but it's just because I'm pulling this, okay? Nice and gentle, just like that, on your own time. So this next exercise is going to help us learn how to move just our skull and keep our neck upright instead of always moving with our whole neck like this. And that's going to help us find this upright balanced position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingers, I'm going to go right behind my ears, right to where I feel my skull meets my ears, nice hard points. This is going to be where my neck meets my skull. So I'm going to push up from those 2 points, and then I'm going to practice seeing if I can keep my neck nice and tall by pushing up through my fingers slightly, and see if I can't just articulate a little bit my skull around those points of the neck. And what I'm doing is I'm training myself where an upright head is in a variety of positions. After you do that for 45 seconds to a minute, walk around, you should feel a little bit more upright. Okay, so you got these 5 exercises that we did. We did the chin tucks, the W, the Y on the wall. We did the shrugging on the wall. Then we did our trap squeeze and our Franklin method skull articulation, which those last 2 a little bit more for recovery. You can do them after dancing as well. So you can do these 5 exercises, 1 minute each. That's 5 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week. Let me know if you have any questions or ideas for future videos, and I look forward to seeing your videos in the community. Okay? Thanks a lot. Stay healthy. Stay connected. Peace.